exemption. Someone earning 70,000 naira will still pay tax because you have 70,000 naira times 12. That is going to give you about 840 million naira. You know, one of the arguments that came when we were debating on the fuel subsidy removal, one of the arguments that came then was that, oh, no, we are subsidizing the rich and not the poor. That we will find mechanisms and tools with which we will support the poor. Someone earning 2.5 million naira today in Nigeria is relatively poor. That will give you somewhere around 200,000 naira per month. If you earn 200,000 naira per month today, you may spend half of that money in transportation costs, depending on where you stay. I mean, when you're not talking about housing, you're not talking about clothing, the three basic necessities of life, it may be difficult for you to even live. So let's not look at the volume, but let's look at the value. Today, I mean, I say about 4 or 5 years ago, if you talk about 200,000 naira, you could say, okay, relatively, this is a huge amount of money. But today, when you talk about 200,000 naira, it is a far cry from what the value was as at even 2 years before now. So that is why we feel that the people in that bracket, that things are relatively difficult for them. And that because government has said in the past that, okay, we are looking for mechanisms with which we will take care of these people. Government today bring palliatives. Government today bring different measures to cater for the downtrodden. But this is one thing that we get directly to them. This is one item that, if implemented, you will not have people at the stopgap, people at the middle, that is going to siphon the money because it is what you earn and it comes directly to you. So 200,000 naira is something.
Let me be very specific. If you were to divide 2.5 million naira by 12, what you will get is 208,333 naira. So if you say 200,000, what if they paid the 8,000 naira as tax? So what if you were to look at, you know, people within that bracket to say, what if they paid minimal tax, but they paid something as well? To say you are totally exempt, would they really feel like members, bona fide citizens of Nigeria?
You know, in negotiations and in trade union activities, you don't come up with your barest minimum. So you ask for what you think is the best. But during negotiations and conversations, we could come to we could have some a middle point that will satisfy all. But for us, as it is today, it has not even satisfied the plight of those that are earning the minimum wage. So we have asked for what we think is the best, you know, is a demand. Is a push from us. But we will have multiple conversations with both those in the executive and those in the legislature to now look for a middle point that we think will be right for Nigerians.
In other words, all of these, your demands are subject to negotiations.
I know. There's nothing that is actually cast in stone. There's nothing that is cast in stone 100% to say either you do this or no. It's not like that. When you come up with sets of demand like this, some of them that are there, we think that some of them are really things that government could implement without any issue. But a lot of them as well, I mean, 1 or 2 of them are subject to some form of conversations. I mean, they also need to explain to us the rationale behind this. We will also let them understand what we think government could do that would make the plight of Nigerians better. Because, you agree with me that the value of our currency, I don't want to use the word eroded, but the value of our currency has declined significantly. That today, even someone any 300,000 naira, you struggle to survive, and the person struggles to live. And that is the reality that we face today as a people.
Well, quite a number of issues to take on with.